We're moving rapidly into spring, and so it is time for DappRadar to take a look at how the dapp ecosystem has been developing during February 2020. As ever, we're reconsidering data from the dapps running on the three main smart contract blockchains Ethereum, YoY, and Tron. Table of contents: key takeaways. Introduction: Ethereum on the up, especially DeFi income sales. Long-term decline, continuous trend. Growth driven by gambling activity. In terms of the accumulated daily active unique wallets across the three blockchains, rose 1%. In terms of comparing February's total to January 2020, what growth was a more significant 8% when corrected in terms of the number of days in the 2 months. 29 days in February versus 31 days in January. Taking a more long-term view of the overall dapp ecosystem, some clear trends emerge about the state of each blockchain. Daily activity across all dapps running on Ethereum were up 104% year-on-year, while Tron rose 8%. YoY continues to decline, however, down a massive 80% when comparing total activity during February 2020 to February 2019. Key takeaway: Ethereum's growth continues into 2020, up 104% year-on-year in terms of daily active and 683% in terms of US value. DeFi was particularly vibrant, up 294% in terms of activity growth year-on-year. YoY is still declining in terms of daily activity. Across all YoY dapps, daily activity was down 17% when compared to January 2020. And 80% when compared to February 2019. YoY value rebounded strongly in February compared to January 2020. However, thanks to activity on the Nudex exchange, a trend continues to be highly concentrated in the gambling and high-risk category, accounting for 89% of daily activity during February 2020 across all Tron dapps. Daily activity was up 5% and value up 33% in February. On the up, especially DeFi and Games, as well as being the first smart contract blockchain. Ethereum remains the most significant in terms of the users and value growth during February 2020. The daily value in dollars across the Ethereum dapp ecosystem in February 2020, $1.9 billion, was up by 27% month-on-month in calendar terms, or 36% when corrected in terms of the number of days in the 2 months. Daily activity was up 8% in calendar month terms, or 16% when day corrected. More significant changes are seen when comparing the data from February 2019 to February 2020. The total US value, including ETH and ERC tokens, of all dapps that run on Ethereum increased by 683%. Total daily active unique wallets increased by 104%. This is impressive growth, but what is important to consider is what categories of dapps are driving these increases. All Ethereum dapp categories expected strong year-on-year growth. The two that experienced the biggest growth were games and marketplaces, up 114%, and DeFi, up 294%. In February 2019, the DeFi category generated just over 200 daily active unique wallets. During February 2020, that figure is almost 6 times higher than it was 1 year ago. During 2019, the DeFi category generated a lot of headlines and clearly remains one of the key trends of 2020. The data shows more and more people are acknowledging the advantages of decentralized finance. Dapps such as Compound, Fulcrum, MakerDAO, and DIDX. In this context, it will be fascinating to see how the DeFi category evolves in the later months of 2020. Both in terms of new products launched and how these and existing dapps react to wider economic uncertainty, providing the potential to move from thousands to tens of thousands of users. DeFi activity up 294%. YoY is Ethereum's dominance. Gross talking blockchain games with Zero Agama show My Crypto Heroes fueled Brave Frontier Heroes success. Top 5e. You can read full post on CryptoFans News, link available in text below.